Farmers struck numb after more than 250 cows died mysteriously for eating a poisonous weed. Farmers in West Pokot County have been left in a cold sweat after losing 250 cows. The animals died in unclear circumstances, leaving the farmers in blues while counting losses of hundreds of thousands. This tragedy occurred in Kapchok Ward. The animals started dying in the last 2 weeks after the worst struck on Tuesday this week, after more than 94 died in a single day. The Livestock Department of Kenya, in collaboration with veterinarians, responded to the situation to determine the actual cause of death of the cattle. The chief of Kapchok location, Mr. Philip Lumukuni, told the media that there are so many areas within the ward that were affected. Some of the areas that recorded the highest numbers of animal deaths include Ngotut, Alakas, and Kupen. According to the chief, over 250 animals had died in 2 weeks' time. Kapchok chief added that farmers in the area have been forced to move with the animals to the areas bordering Uganda to avoid the losses. Currently, the causes of the death is yet to be revealed since the lab results are not yet out. However, Geoffrey Lepali said that they are suspecting the cattle might have eaten a certain weed which is highly poisonous and actually grows in the river banks. Lepali said that the poisonous weed begins to grow during the onset on the rainy season. He added that it is not poisonous to animals, but also it's not only poisonous to the animals, but also to humans. In addition to this, the poisonous weed grows around West Pokot. The CEC says that they will continue to sensitize the residents who specialize in animal farming to always be on the lookout and try their best to eliminate the poisonous weed to keep their animals safe. The weed is spread across the county. We will sensitize farmers to be on the lookout for the weed so that their livestock do not feed on it, said the CEC. People living in the affected areas have also been warned not to eat meat of the affected cows. One farmer, identified as Lomeringura, was left down in the dumps after his 34 cows and 17 calves died within 1 week. The poisonous weed is scientifically known as Xanthium stremarium and has different local names according to the different communities. Below is the photo of the suspected weed. So it looks very strange. It's like, of course, the way weed looks, and then obviously there's like spikes. I don't even know how to describe the plant, but it's very, very weird. Let's what the comments say about this. Farmers in Nigeria, go and import the weed and plant them around your farm in case for the herdsmen coming to your farm is closed. The solution is finally found. Very soon cows will be dying like mosquitoes in Nigeria. And someone replies, only an Igbo person can be this wicked to have this thought. I don't understand how this identifies with Igbos. It's literally a comment. But again, okay, you can say the thought is wicked, but why are you associating it with Igbos? I don't understand. But yeah, at this point, I don't even know. Somebody says we need such weed here in Nigeria. At this point, it just shows how desperate the people are to protect themselves because the government is not doing it. And with the herdsmen, is the audacity that they have to go onto land that is not theirs and basically just like steal the land, basically just invade, take over, eat food, even go as far as killing the owners of the land. Do you understand what that is? So again, in comparison to what atrocities have been committed by the herdsmen, this is literally nothing. But again, it's not like as if you should be doing that. However, if you own cows and you want to protect yourself, I guess that it is wise. Or for your farms, just do that. Somebody says, if poisonous weed grow by the river banks, the herder should avoid grazing cattle there. I hope that the relevant government agencies will go into action. We don't need that. Someone says, only man knows how to deal with man. At least Nigerians too will start their own treatment and killing the cows if they continue killing innocent people. Someone says these photos seems like the one case of Honorable Ngoni Joanna Ngeno, who lost several cows some time back. If it happened in Nigeria, they would say they were poisoned or killed by IPOB, of course. Like that's protocol. It's literally like a timetable. You can almost predict how the course of how the course of news goes. If there's an inexplicable way of trying to describe it, they just transfer all blame to literally the Biafrans, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, all of them. That's what happens in this country. Someone says our farmers are in serious need of this weed. I personally will sponsor them. For protection, yes. Obviously, you might say that it is very hard, but then the truth remains that we have to defend ourselves. Seems harsh, but then how would they protect themselves, especially when the police who, they would call to protect them is not doing their jobs? In fact, they would even take the side of the what do you call it, the person or the actual headers, and say, okay, fine, what can our country is so upside down that it even sounds weird trying to say how the state will literally defend the guilty. Somebody says, I know the weed is called gegemo in our dialect. I will call my people to plant it everywhere in our community because of this Fulani Ťřãģ weed. All right. Someone says, terrible and unthinkable in these times, Poleni. Okay, I think this person is Ugandan. So it's a no be any weed. Okay, Fulani jihadists in pretense of Fulani headsmen leave our land. So again, I guess there's different names, Fulani jihadists and Fulani headsmen. I guess the identification is hard, but again, whoever they are should be put to, literally, should face the wrath of the law, as they say. But then obviously, it's only applicable to whoever they want it to be applicable to. Because why? The politicians in Nigeria think that they're above the law, and they act like it, and they exercise that right as if it exists. But then you would find that in the 1999 Constitution, there is something like that for them. It's Nigeria is not just a complicated place. It really is. You might think that this is a thing where, okay, Nigerians, let's focus on what the government there can do to stop this and the farmers there. But then obviously we bring it to our own side and how we relate it to us. We see it, oh wow, this is useful to defend ourselves. It shows how we have deteriorated as a society. And it literally shows how deteriorated we are as a society. And there's literally no going back. Not that there's no going back, but then going back would require breaking down the whole country, to be honest. So put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.